Okay, tip number one for traveling to Acadia National Park. Bring your wife and have her plan out the whole trip. Then use her Sky Delta miles to get into the Delta Lounge. Okay, it's Friday and we made it back to Boston yesterday and turned the bike back in. We had 3 glorious days and nights in near Acadia National Park, and we thought we'd give a real quick recap of the trip. What do you think that people should do when they go up there? What was the best parts, and what should people do?
I guess if you're driving from Boston, you can take Route 1 if you have time. That's the scenic route up to Mount Desert Island. And then getting around the park's pretty easy. Just go to the Welcome Center, Holes Cove Welcome or Visitor Center, and they have a lot of great information and you can ask all kinds of questions.
What were the 4 things that you did?
The 4 things that I wanted to do that I got to do were walk across Bar Island Sandbar. So during low tide, you can actually walk to an island near Bar Harbor. During high tide, obviously you can't get to it because it's an island, but during low tide, it's a nice hiking trail. It's just 1 mile, and you can look back and see all of Bar Harbor and look in the tidal pools to see starfish and crabs and all kinds of sea life. So that was one thing. And then have popovers at Jordan Pond House, which is the only place to eat inside Acadia National Park. So they have great popovers and hot tea, and you can get all kinds of drinks.
Seafood and drinks. It was
salads.
Nice.
It was really good.
And then you saw the sunrise.
And I wanted to see the sunrise. Now, most people say to go up to the top of Cadillac Mountain, but that's pretty popular. So I went to Otter Cliffs, and I was completely alone for the first 45 minutes. You go about an hour before sunrise, and you can look that up.
Sunrise was like 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah, you can look up the times online. And head out there about an hour beforehand so you can see the whole thing. It was glorious, but I would recommend going somewhere other than Cadillac Mountain if you want to be alone. I'm sure the views are better from the top, but I thought the views were pretty good from the cliffs.
And we did the loop. There's a loop. It's mostly on Route 3, I think, right? But there's plenty of maps
Park
online.
Loop Road.
Yeah, Park Loop Road. Just the scenic drive is fantastic. Pulling over and looking at the scenery. And then you did one other thing. We did bikes on the
Carriage roads.
So
there's no cars allowed.
Yeah. So our thing was, we went to the visitor center and spoke to one of the rangers, and he gave us a good map and gave us good recommendations on how to handle the bikes. And basically, you can either go to the visitor center and take a shuttle, or you could just drive downtown Bar Harbor and make your way to Cottage Street. And there are plenty of bike rental places there. And you could, either go back to the Bar Harbor Green, the city square, like the green area, and get on a shuttle bus to bring you to was it Eagle Lake? Yeah, we ended up going around Eagle Lake, which was a good maybe 2.5 or 3 hour trip, and it's not that hard. You could totally do it, but give yourself enough time. We actually went right from the bike rental place, and you're on a couple city streets, but it's not that dangerous to get to. It's not really dangerous at all to get to the carriage roads. And once you're on the carriage roads, there's no other vehicles, just people walking and hiking and biking. And those are the 4 things that she really wanted to do, and we're really glad that she put it together. And we ended up staying in Trenton, which is 10 miles from the park. But we stayed on a beautiful island. Not an island, but
no, it's like a cape.
Yeah, it's like a cape. And it looks like a lake that you're on, but it's actually I think it's the sea.
Yeah, it's probably the sound.
It definitely is the sound. But Trenton is a perfect place to look for Airbnbs, and we had 3 nights there and it was awesome. So I hope you enjoy this video and get something out of it. And as always, if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You know, I'm trying to go to all the national parks. Should have probably talked about the Road King bike that I rented, but that thing was fantastic. And you know, makes me want to get another Harley. But anyway, thanks for watching and have a good time on your adventures, and we'll see you next time. Eagle Rider has been really nice to me so far. Colby Farm, 20 minutes out of Boston, and we just stopped to see the sunflowers.
Why do the wildflowers, why everything around here looks like so perfectly organized?
My grandmother's looking at me. He must be talking about Doris, his first wife. We're going home.
All right, this is you.
That's what the phone is saying.
Yeah. To go to Mountain Desert Island ice cream, so here we are. Duncan, you know you're in Boston. All right, we're at the Holiday Inn in Chelsea, Massachusetts, and 25 years ago to the month, I drove a beat up old car up to Boston. I was 20 or 21, and I had $900, and the first night I was in Boston, I slept in my car in a Walgreens right down the road. I came up here to go to school, and I ended up staying here for 21 years actually, and here I am back in Chelsea. All right, now we're cooking.
The Harvard Coupe.
This is my favorite bookstore. I used to sit up there and do my homework. Just a band walking through Harvard Yard. Harvard class of 2023. All the smart kids. I'm gonna go stand amongst them. See if I can get away with it. Oh my God, look at that.